So, treating objects like they're sentient? Hey everybody, it's Gumdrop, and this is my best friend, the piano. Say hi, piano. They say that it was lovely to meet you. Now, shake hands, smile, and let's be pals. Okay. Good. I'm so glad you guys could get along. Funny thing about that song I dropped last week is that I completely improvised it. Well, not really. It has always been part of the plan to just record a song with my piano about enjoying the piano, but I was only just inspired because I was practicing and found a neat riff I liked. If you really want to know, I do think that riff wound up becoming the left-hand part and not the left-hand part, but it still turned out pretty interesting. I thought about many ways to do it, but I didn't think that it was going to sound like that when I first came up with the concept, but I don't think it turned out too badly. What do you think? There's quite a few, I guess you could call them mistakes, but I prefer happy little accidents, but I'll call them mistakes for now. There's quite a few mistakes in this piece. They're on purpose, though. It's part of the theme of the song, it's part of the concept. The mistakes are even part of the charm, I think. It's the true power of improvisation, and it helps the listener imagine that it's just someone goofing off with their piano. Just kidding. Jazz people can do improvisation without sounding like they're tripping over the notes, right? I think that's a great skill. I don't have that. I'm a classically trained pianist, last I recall. I don't know. It was far too long ago. But I really respect jazz musicians for having so much knowledge of music and scales that they can just come up with a tune and harmonies to match. I'm not very good at harmonies yet. I either have to write the bass parts first, and then write the melody, or write the melody first and wing the bass. The problem with that first choice is that I usually write lyrics first, so I'm forced into the second choice, which is really frustrating. I really love the piano. I've been playing it for the majority of my life now. I hated it when I was young and dumb, but after a while, I eventually learned to like it. It's a pretty enjoyable hobby if you're willing to put in the time to practice. Keep that in mind. You can't just walk up to a piano and suddenly play an epic song. That kind of thing takes practice. Actually, I know some incredibly talented people who seemingly picked up an instrument out of nowhere, so I can't say that's true. But I did it with practice. I'm not very talented at all. I have had teachers to tell me to please quit, you don't have any fingers. But that's the secret. I shapeshift my hands into forms that have fingers. Take that, shapeshifter haters. You can't smite me now, just look at me. I'm playing the piano. Ha 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 ha. I'm the winner here. Okay, I think I'm done with that tangent now. My only real piano talent is being able to sit for hours at a time. I used to think that everyone who was on the internet had that power, but I'm more and more surprised every day. People really will be like, ugh, I spend all my time on the couch watching whatever, then when you want to do something with them that requires sitting down, like, I don't know, gaming or something, they'll drop, oh, I'm just so antsy, I can't play with you because I can't sit. What is that? I can sit for hours at a time. Being able to move my appendages gives me a sense of getting things done, and I can focus on it pretty well because of how much it takes, physically and mentally. Do you want to know how much I practice on a daily basis? Do you want to know? Maybe not, but I practice for 3 hours every day. Of course, it's not usually spent doing things like that. I spend it practicing my songs for concerts and competitions and stuff like that, but even that can be pretty fun if you make it fun. I'm actively practicing like, 4 pieces right now. I know a few more, but I think professionals maintain a repertoire of about 12. I'm not a professional. The last time I learned more than 5 pieces at a time was for a competition that required I learn a list of 15 pieces. I was scammed. They only had me play 2 of them. The pieces I'm practicing right now are longer than those ones though. I play the piano as a hobby and a hobby near exclusively. I'm not going to a conservatory for my education, and I'm not going to pursue a career in music. Well, that's not really true. I might pursue a minor in piano performance if I think I can handle the course load. I like playing music, but I don't really want it to be my primary money maker, you know? I'm confused now. It's okay. I like playing the piano as a sort of stressful casual thing. There's goals to be met, but it's also something I have a lot of fun with, and it's not a job. And that's why I wrote the song. I wanted to capture the feeling of losing it with people's trash and just hanging out with inanimate objects instead. Talking to inanimate objects is great. People who only talk to living things are seriously missing out. When you talk to an object long enough, it talks back. You probably just aren't trying hard enough to talk to your local objects. #Justice for objects. Sure, your microwave does a lot for you, but what does it think of that? I mean, it doesn't have to be literal talking. Communication can happen in many different ways. You can interpret that how you'd like, I guess. Actually, don't. That's not what I had in mind. It was the calm feeling of spending time with someone or something you enjoy a lot, where there's a comfortable silence even if nothing happened. Sorry for going on for so long, I just really like the piano. Thanks for watching.